All right, here's the market recap for October 3rd, 2023. And go the higher time frame first. These are all daily bars. And let's see. Today it kept going down, just a continuation of really the last 2 months since we were around 46.80. This is, well, it's retesting an area where there was some more volume in this area happening. Right now, since the end of the day today, price has been kind of wiggling around in this area. You can see there. Maybe I'll draw another little rectangle here. So look at that. Yes, you can kind of see with the other candles. I get this thing. Gonna go. You can kind of see, why the price might sit here and wiggle around a little bit. Got the tops of these. This whole box is really where price can be tested, and it's quite a decent range. So I don't know, maybe this could mean that maybe we could be stuck within this area for a while before it either continues lower or comes back up higher. I really don't know. What could happen tomorrow? Yeah, I'm just kind of thinking, could come up and coming up to this upside, that's kind of what I'm looking at, 43.50. And then if not, then from what I see here, could be a lot of back and forth within this. I mean, this could act as support. I mean, historically, the market is just, the S&P 500, just you look at going way far back. Historically, it just keeps continuing to go higher after pullbacks. And I think 44.18, I don't have anything up right now where I can look back that far. I'm pretty sure the all-time high was 48.18. And I was back in December of 21. And yeah, that was, we've been going down since then, but this was not too far away from getting all the way back, from getting up there. What is that? See, what's the high there? 46.85. That's getting a lot closer. And you're less than 200 points away from getting back to where the all-time high was. So just based on what happened before, there's no guarantees of anything whatsoever. I would kind of say that, there could be some back and forth for a while. Retesting the overall price in this area. Wish I had the little click and drag tool. Unfortunate, this rhythmic one, it's not very good for volume profile. It doesn't really have any volume profile stuff on it. But what's really more important is, what am I looking at in the order flow? It's where I'm operating. But and because you look at this gives you the general idea of what you're looking at, the higher time frame. I want to have as few things as possible. If I have a whole bunch of volume profiles and a bunch of other stuff, I don't. It's too much for me. Maybe in time I'll add some more stuff, but that wasn't helping me before. I got to have the simplest possible thing I can come up with, which is pretty much that. This is what I'm looking at. Yeah, and there was one from Slowdown this morning. He had a pretty good one here. We're talking about it as saying, this is real similar to what I'm looking at. So this one here that you see retest of HVN and down. So it's very similar to what I'm looking at, and then see on here I responded to slow down with this, saying, that's, oh, here it was. See? So he's kind of looking at this, and we're getting there. There's the volume. There's the even here. Go up, test that again. Squiggles up. Test that HVN again there. That's kind of what I'm looking for. And I'm going, how do I put all my data together to figure out, is this thing going to have an edge when I'm looking around in here in Bookmap? So I'm going to go ahead and you kind of see it happening both ways up here. The trend for sure very strongly down. So ideally I would be looking at that. So I'd be looking right at that thing. Which is just the, that's just this if you flipped it over. Look at that, see? I can't, I guess I can't flip it. But this would be kind of like, if you flipped this, around. That's kind of how it goes going up. And that is pretend it's like the other way around. I don't think I can flip it. But say, you've got a higher one up here. Then you test down, come up, and it's not holding, and then continues down. You kind of see that right there. And, why not? Let's see how that goes together with the, that's roughly where the IBC is. And we never got anywhere remotely close to the IBH the whole day. so it's not really important. Really, it's something either like maybe right here, or right here. Or possibly that too is where I would be looking for down, down. This I don't know if I would have gotten it. I had trouble focusing this morning. I was really, really tired. I didn't sleep well. So I was struggling just to stay awake. So I was just not able to trade very. I did one small one, and that was I scaled and then moved the stop to break even, and that was, and then that got taken. And, that one was fine. Actually yielded a little profit, but, and that's one way too. So you have no idea where it's going, so you can go, okay, I'm going to scale. I mean, this thing really looks like it's going to scale. Oh, I got my scale. Or, it keeps going back and forth. You're hoping maybe this will go down here. You don't know. You scale. Moved your stop to break even. You don't have to worry about it at all now. And that continues. I mean, I'm still a big believer in doing that 2-lot minimum configuration like we talk about in the Traders Lab. And that is just, that seems like a really good idea to help with all the mental stuff you're going to deal with. Wanting to get out too early, this and that. It just, it helps with the math too, it helps you control your risk. It's always a good idea to use that at least 2-lot configuration. A lot of people are going to use a lot more, especially micros. I guess micros, you might just need a 10-lot configuration or something. But then the math changes because of all the commissions for it. So that just takes some figuring out. I'll bring up the economic calendar here. So economic calendar. So we've got all sorts of numbers this week. Tomorrow, Wednesday, all sorts of stuff. Talking feds and not employment, PMI, fuel, FOMC, OPEC meet, all sorts of stuff. Packed with all sorts of stuff this week. And I think we all know how the economy's doing. Most of this news is not going to be good. Which I don't know how that would affect the market. People are going to be trying to protect their investments one way or another. There are too many participants for me to know what the hell's going to happen with all that, but a lot of economic data coming in. Now, hopefully some of it's better. There's more job openings. So that's positive. See if we're getting a little bit better numbers. I don't want to see bad numbers. That's depressing. I mean, hopefully this stuff that comes out tomorrow, we'll see some good news. And maybe I'm not just talking about the market, I'm just talking about our civilization continuing to function. You want a lot of these numbers to be good, so the whole thing won't collapse. So anyway, a lot of economic events, just all sorts of stuff. And we'll see. It's kind of turned into mean reversion here. It's still slanted to the downside. And that was kind of, might have had something to do with there's a lot of activity at these previous prices here. Within this yellow box I drew. And well, that's about all I have now. I'm getting tired. I better get myself to sleep. So, good night, everybody.